30-15 in this game. Serena Williams serving to Davenport. If Davenport wins this match in straight sets, she stays alive, and her chances of being number one at the end of the year go along with her. Cliff Drysdale, Pam Shriver, Mary Jo Fernandez. On the other hand, for Serena Williams, who has already won 2 matches in the round-robin competition, just one set is going to allow her to get to the semifinals. Williams wins the first game. Let's take a look at the red group standings. There are 2 groups of 4. These players, 8 players qualify for the year-ending championships. It's Serena Williams and Lindsay Davenport against each other. Meskina's win yesterday over Davenport kept her hopes alive. Meskina plays Dementia later. Davenport and Serena is the match that you are watching. And again, Pam and Mary Jo, huge implications.
Well, yeah, year-end number 1 on the line, a spot in the semifinals of the year-end championships. Davenport at the beginning of the year never thought she'd be in this position after 2 straight years with surgeries. She's had an amazing last 6 months, Mary Jo.
She's won 7 tournaments late in her career. She's 28 years old. Lives not too far away from here. Has a great record in Southern California. Plays her best tennis here.
Did not play her best tennis last night against Meskina, losing in straight sets, which is why she's in 3rd place in her group.
It is subdued because we're very close to the court at the moment.
Look at that, more wins than anybody else this year on the tour at 62, only 9 losses, and as Mary Jo mentioned, 7 tournament wins, most of them coming between Wimbledon and the U.S. Open.
Serena started her year in late March at the NASDAQ 100 after being out for so long with a knee injury. She spent some time here as well, California. Only played 11 tournaments. She's currently ranked 8.
Was one of the last 2 in this championship along with Zvonareva.
The head-to-head program looks very good for Serena Williams, but the last time that they played here in California was an easy win for Davenport.
It's the 2nd time in 4 months they've played in Los Angeles, and Davenport kind of likes the last meeting, but it had been 4 long years since she had a win over the younger of the 2 Williams sisters, and it was just the week prior that she ended a long drought against Venus Williams up in the finals at Stanford.
Serena
number 1 in the world.
Had defeated Davenport 5 straight times between 2000 and that tournament this summer. Break point early for Serena Williams, who at the beginning of this championship was not playing with a lot of confidence.
Oh, that's not a good sign for Davenport to be that emotional this early. Did it again.
Davenport ranked number 1 at the moment. Maresmo is number 2. And for Davenport, she can assure herself a spot, number 1 ranking at the end of the year, but she needs to win this match to make sure of that.
And I haven't seen her, Mary Jo, in months and months have that kind of negative emotion in any match, much less in just the 2nd game of a match.
I agree. That's been the biggest difference in Davenport's game this year. She's been so positive, not had any negative body language. Missed that easy forehand, and it's not easy. Remember, players never have to play after they've had a loss. So Davenport losing last night to Meskina.
I agree. I think that's a big deal.
Takes a little bit out of her, and she knew how important it was. She would have made it to the semis already. So she's got to pick herself up.
And it was close, that match with Meskina.
It was 4-6. She's got to pick herself up emotionally, mentally, and get fired up for this match. And of course, she's playing one of the toughest players in the world in Serena Williams. Davenport started off her round robin with a straight set win over Demencheva, only losing a game, but then against Meskina, who she dominated their series early on, lost 7-6, 6-4, had a lot of opportunities in that first set, did not consolidate when she had to. And she said that Meskina played one of the best matches she's ever seen.
She did. It was a very high-quality match. Lindsay Davenport talking about retirement earlier this year, and then ends up the year at #1, at least going into this year-ending championship. So she says, I'm playing next year, and Mom agrees.
Overhits that forehand wing again. That's been the shot that's caused her a lot of trouble in her matches. As you see Dad and Coach Richard. No video camera so far in this match. He doesn't want to miss a point.
30-all. Sales and a chance here for Lindsay Davenport. Good on the board. Great point. Court surface, Mary Jo, suit either one of these players particularly?
Well, I think they both like to play indoors. It helps their serve, not having the wind or the sun. The players have said this week that this carpet, it's called Supreme, is playing medium pace, so I think both players like that.
Davenport's walking with a little more enthusiasm now as it's deuce.
Well, and since I'm the fastest and most agile one of the three of us, I've come up to our booth position so I can speak a little louder. It's good to see Davenport with a little more positive body language than the end of that second game.
By the way, in Serena's last match, she started off serving very slowly. That was a big serve for her. You see her elbows wrapped. She did not practice yesterday, just got treatment on it. But I saw her warm up, and yes, she started with some slow serves, but then she was cranking it pretty well.
Williams holds. Despite a break chance against her, Serena Williams leading Lindsay Davenport, the world's top player. 3 games to love, 1 break.
Full of surprises.
Match filled with so many interesting implications. 3 games to love. Serena Williams off to a very good start, although Lindsay Davenport looked like she was more excited about trying to get back into this match in that last game.
Nice to have you both up here.
You're in really good shape for just having had a baby.
Yeah, well, likewise.
Start for Serena, who just needs to win a set today to qualify for the semifinals. She's on her way. Meskina, with that win over Davenport, kept her hopes alive, and a lot of things can still happen. Serena wins this match, Pam, she qualifies, obviously. Wins a set, she qualifies. But if Davenport wins in straight, if she's able to come back in this set and win straight sets, then she's in for sure.
Just so you know, the reason we cannot be any more definitive is because of the match that still has to take place later today. When Meskina, who really made her week by beating Lindsay Davenport yesterday, she is still in with a real good chance of getting to the semis.
And she plays Demencheva, who hasn't had a win yet. She's out of it. Unless something really weird happens.
Davenport on the board, 3-1, Williams. Black group standings are much easier to explain. Mrezno and Sharapova have both got a couple of wins. They will play later today, and you can watch that match alongside us tonight on ESPN2 at 12:30 Eastern Time, and they are both in the semis.
You know, poor Zvonareva 0-6 in sets, but last night, that second set against Sharapova was a lot of fun to watch, and she put up a really good effort, having already lost twice. Third one was against Sharapova.
She came back in that second set and had 2 set points to take it to a third, and I think if she wins that second set, she wins the match.
That's an example of a serve from Serena that's not quite the normal pace because of that elbow.
We'll go through that scenario with Pam again in detail, because the elbow was injured in the first match.
Now that's a scenario I can't go into detail. Yeah. This round robin scenario gets me twisted, but it was evidently after the 6-4 in the third set win over Meskina, the elbow came up sore. And when we saw her play Demencheva the other day, she started serving in the mid-70s, which is very un-Serena-like, very Demencheva-like, but un-Serena-like. But as the match progressed, the arm loosened up, and here she is, undefeated.
She took her strap off her elbow halfway through that first set. Serena has it on right now.
4 different Grand Slam winners this year in women's tennis. Neither one of these two have won one. Russians and a Belgian all winning the slams. 7 titles, though, for Lindsay Davenport. And Serena Williams played the Wimbledon final and a couple of other tournaments as well, Miami and Beijing. Williams holds. She is creeping toward a place in the semi-finals of this year-ending championship. Remember, she just needs a set. 4-1. Serena Williams down 4-1, 1 break.
See, Lindsay just finished that point, and right away she's looking for the balls, and I don't know.
Not a good sign.
No, something's a little irritated.
I agree with Mary Jo. I think she's still irritated about yesterday's match with Meskina's close first set. Loses it in a tiebreak and goes down.
Well, it's the only tournament all year that this can happen, where you lose and you still have a chance, and you better get yourself together. And this is the short turnaround day, because it's night matches last night and then first time day matches. So not much time to lick the wounds. We asked Lindsay beforehand, when we saw her in the player lounge, if she paid any attention to all the different scenarios, as we're calling them, and she said, oh, heck no. It'd be way too confusing. Just go out and try and win.
Chance here for Serena to make another break a serve. The insurance break for her. Second break of the set. 5-1 lead.
Shot so far, scorched the down the line backhand.
Well, you have to be careful when you have a lead on Davenport because she'll swing even harder and go for more lines. One of the best strikers of the ball in women's tennis
Ever.
I'm back by Lindsay. Excuse me.
Lindsay was asked yesterday what she needed to do against Serena. And she said, well, there's not a lot of strategy involved. We both try to be the one to do something with the first opportunity. But she said, I have to serve well, hold serve, and not let her get a good lead because she's a great front runner. Tough to come back against Serena Williams.
Huge comeback as it keeps Davenport in this first set.
Mom watching her niece Kennedy takes that forehand so early.
Here's that follow-through we were talking about last night, watching Sharapova. Rushes up the back of the ball and orbits the head almost.
Similar shot to Sharapova's. When it's on, it can be lethal, be the best shot on the court. But it's also a shot that makes a lot more errors.
That was a good one. Forced the error from Serena.
This is a huge game. Emphasizing that because if Serena Williams wins a set, she's in the final four.
She held a position. Had a crack at that passing shot.
Huge point. Club 30.
Well, Mary Jo said about a game and a half ago about don't take Davenport for granted when you've got a lead against her because she can just open it up and do that. Hit winners from all over the place.
Break points.
You unfortunately know that from experience.
And hit neck cord fault serves from behind the back in the court. It's nice.
And a double fault gives Lindsay Davenport the break back. You've got to believe that Serena knows that all she's got to do is win a set. Maybe she's feeling a little extra pressure as well. 4-3 on serve. Davenport serving at 3-4 on serve first set. Final match, round robin competition for these two. 8 players join this year in the championships by qualifying, amassing points throughout the year. They're divided into 2 groups of 4. This is the final day of round robin competition, and it's alive with possibilities. About 15.
Yeah, thank goodness for this red group. Otherwise, the day wouldn't have a lot of mystery to it because the black group is all sewn up with Sharapova and Mauresmo through.
2 huge returns off the racket of Serena Williams. I watched her warm up today, and that's the shot she practiced the most. She had her hitting partner hitting every serve out to her forehand. In this game, it's paying off. The forehand has been producing a lot of errors in this tournament. Davenport knows that.
Great points for Williams. Williams won Wimbledon last year and then was out with knee surgery for 8 months.
And the knee was a bit of a re-injury in the middle of this past summer.
Tremendous play off the forehand side from Serena in that game, and she breaks. She's got 5-3.
Well, my father would have been a little more excited with that kind of winner than Richard Williams was right there. I mean, shoot, come on, Dad. Show a little enthusiasm. That was a great forehand. Now just one game away from securing a spot in the semifinals.
By the way, when Williams won Wimbledon last year, that was 5 of 6 slams that she had won. And it was over her sister, who was ailing at that time. In fact, Venus was out for a while as well.
Abdominal strain.
15 love.
Yeah, the only major in that string that Serena did not win was the French Open 2003 when Anna Ardenne won her first of 3 majors.
15, 2 points away from a spot in the semifinals for Williams.
This is the best set Serena Williams has played all week long. Only 5 unforced errors.
Set point and point to get to the semis. But obviously the match would continue.
Over for Davenport, even if she does lose this set, because if she wins the match, there are scenarios that still allow her to get to the semis. Huge ace on set point, and Serena Williams, you can paint her in the semifinals of this year-ending championship over Davenport 6-3. Tour Championships, the year-ending event for women's tennis. 8 players here have qualified 2 groups of 4. Lindsay Davenport, losing the first set to Serena Williams, came in here as the #1 player in the world, serving now second set. Here in the Porsche group standings, in the red group now, with Serena Williams having just won that set. You can add a set to her score, make that 5-1, and she will be a semifinalist. The other one is still up for grabs. Depends on Miskina Dementjeva and whether Davenport can come back here and win this in 3. To get too technical, but even if Davenport loses this match, she could still get to the semifinals, because there would be 3 players at 1 and 3 if Dementjeva beats Miskina. 40 love Davenport.
Does everyone have it all straight?
Davenport wins the first game of the second set. Serena Williams told Mickey Turner of ESPN.com that even if a network offered her a primetime series today, she wouldn't give up tennis. She's really into fashion and into acting. She says, I haven't gotten any gigs lately in acting because I've been so busy with tennis. She last appeared in Hair Story, which is a feature film released by Magic Johnson's production company. She says, if I wasn't playing tennis now, I'd have something to do every day, but unfortunately, I don't have time for all those other things right now.
Serena Williams playing her best match thus far.
Very smooth motion on that serve, and she holds easily one apiece in a second.
She's not blasting her serves, but she's got enough speed on them and great placement. Should be hurting Davenport right now. Puts pressure on Davenport's service games.
Just missed wide.
Another bad miss off the forehand for Davenport, and these first few games in the second set are critical for Davenport for her mental frame of mind.
Looks like she's going for winners a little too early in the rally. Now that's not a bad time to go for a winner. I mean, she has the capability on serve, indoors or outdoors, to go for the ace whenever she wants. It just seemed like she's a little impatient from the back of the court right now. Showing you how the serve can get you out of trouble quickly.
More patience in that rally from Lindsay Davenport, constructing the point well, opening up the court with the cross-court backhand and then putting it away with the backhand up the line.
Davenport holds on serve. No breaks yet in the second. 2-1. To 1 Davenport in the second set. Davenport losing the first 6-3 on serve. This is Serena.
shot. You mentioned last night, Mary Jo, that Sharapova, in her first match here, tried her first ever drop shot in a match. Well, it was probably just a couple of years ago that Serena Williams might be able to say the same thing, but she occasionally now hits them and did that one very well. Another finesse shot. Not much pace, well up the line. Sharapova also does that serve well.
Serena looking much more sure of herself on the court.
You two see that last match that they played here in California, won so easily by Davenport?
I did.
What happened?
It was a combination of Davenport playing one of her best matches, serving extremely well, never dropped serve, and Serena being very erratic. A lot of unforced errors.
I was figuring out which way the diaper goes.
Did you figure it out, I hope?
I did. I have been. 4 months later, I got it.
But it's amazing. Serena plays 2 matches, doesn't play at her best level, not looking confident, but gets through them. And now comes out and knows she has to raise the level of the game against Davenport, who's really played well the last few months. And she looks like a different player.
Well, and Serena tends to come out pretty well against players who she's lost to before. She doesn't take kindly to 2 losses in a row.
Watching the best in women's tennis here all week. Tomorrow you'll see the top teams in women's college basketball right here on ESPN2. First at 1:30 Eastern, 8th-ranked Baylor Bears take on number 2 LSU Tigers. And the Longhorns of Texas, number 3, take on Penn State, number 21 at 3:30 Eastern time on ESPN2. Tonight, 12:30 Eastern, that's 9:30 out here on the West Coast. You can watch a really outstanding match. Emily Mauresmo trying to become number 1 in the world at the end of the year. She takes on Maria Sharapova.
I'm looking forward to that one. Contrasting styles, the all-court play in Mauresmo with the heavy spins, topspin slices, and then the big hitting from Maria Sharapova.
And the big thing at stake there, even though both are already in the semifinals, is it can be a big deal who finishes first in a group. And the winner of that match will finish first in the black group. And then we'll play who finishes second in the red group.
Played it close to that line.
Yeah, probably felt she had to as fast as Serena is.
Serena is getting a lot of balls back, playing some great defense. That was a terrific backing up the line, but it comes back. Look at the effort from Serena Williams.
Davenport holds. We're on serve in the second. No real chances in the second set yet. No breaks to serve at all. First set to Serena. Staples Center in LA, everybody. This is Serena Williams serving on serve, second set. Cliff Drysdale here, Tim Schreiber, Mary Jo Fernandez. This is final day of round robin competition on ESPN tomorrow afternoon. Live coverage of the semifinals, 2 semifinals matches, and then on Monday night, championship match.
Where they're playing for $1 million.
Serena Williams getting on the outside of that backhand, getting behind Davenport. Another well-placed serve. It's her 6th ace of the match.
Shot not quite good enough against Davenport, but the other day Serena came to net beautifully to close out match against Dementieva. Some crucial volleys.
Great point, huge point this for Williams. Second set, she's won the first.
That's what Serena used to do when she was one in the world. Down break point, hit the ace.
Williams holds. Little trouble there down the break point. Comes up with a huge serve. 3-3. Serena Williams won the Serena Slam 4 Grand Slams in a row. She's one of very few players in the history of the game to have won all 4. She held them all at the same time, but not a Grand Slam because they weren't in the same year. As remarkable is that she played all those 4 Slam finals against her sister.
The one Slam she didn't win the year she won all 3 was the Australian Open.
That's her racket on it. You adjust her skirt.
Almost ran out of it. That's how quick she is. That wouldn't be very country club-like.
No, that's what she's calling her outfit for the championships, country club.
Started up with a pink number. So far, we've just seen 2 colors. Now, whether or not she's hiding it for the semis or the finals.
She signed not millions of dollars, but tens of millions of dollars with Nike.
But I think it's performance laden, so she really needs to play to get paid.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Davenport holds, so there have been no breaks. 4 games to 3. Williams will serve and we come back. These are anxious moments for both in the second set. This is a big time. Davenport with the lead here. Serena Williams serving second set. Serena won the first set, just so you know. Serena Williams, by winning that first set against Lindsay Davenport, has qualified for the last 4 of this year-ending championship. This has been a very high quality match. You can see the first serve percentages there. 83 for Williams in the second. Davenport not that good.
That's why she's losing. That's the only think that Davenport could be doing a little bit better.
Check the winners and unforced errors, though. Mary Jo, you got 14 for Davenport against only 9 unforced, and 21 and 12 for Williams. That's high quality stuff.
Very high quality.
Williams.
And even more impressive, having seen the numbers the last couple matches for Serena, where she had so many unforced errors in the double digits. It's really cleaned up her game nicely.
The Dubai duty-free match summary, just through about a set and a half, shows you that the winners from Serena Williams almost double the unforced errors. That is terrific for her. Both players in positive differential, and it's just really the one extra break that Serena secured.
No breaks in the second yet.
The pressure is really on Davenport right now at 4-all. Cannot afford to play a sloppy game here.
No, that's a sloppy first point, and you can see Serena also that she was jumping up and down with enthusiasm. She realizes just how big this game right here is. Defense there from Davenport. Williams doing exactly what she should do, attacking this one. Lindsay was waiting for it.
Lindsay only had to take a small step to hit that passing shot.
She massages those passing shots if she gets a record on them as good as anybody. 15-all. Last time they played, won by Davenport, but 9-3 is the overall head-to-head between these two. 15-30, huge point at 4 second set.
Great serves from Davenport. Keep her in this game. Game point right now for a 5-4 lead, and put the pressure on Serena's racket. The timing is just so much better in this match for Serena. Taking the ball early, she's keeping her head on the ball. It's through that shot.
Knows right away. As the pace of play is these days, you tend to know when your winners are immediately. And the losers.
A little anxious on that high swinging forehand volley.
Game point to Davenport.
Serena not ready.
So Lindsay will get 2.
Did you just have a flash to Anna Arden? No, of course. That's another story, another year.
I mean, you opened that can of worms. You should explain just a little bit.
I will. If it gets back to deuce.
Game point.
Well, I guess if she's going to serve 50 net courts,
You'll have plenty
I
of
can
time.
explain it all now. French Open semifinal of 2003. Controversy with Anna Ardenne holding her hand up.
Davenport House talking about controversy. Let's talk about some bad calls this year in the U.S. Open with Serena and Capriati. 5-4 on serve, second set. WTA Championships, it's Serena Williams in her final match of the round robin against Lindsay Davenport. Serena winning the first set 6-3, trailing 4-5 now in the second. By winning the first set, Serena has assured her spot in the last four.
Another winner from Serena Williams. Great shoulder turn. Doesn't hit it super hard. What great placement. I think that's been one of the things that Serena has adjusted in today's match. Just being a little bit more patient, waiting for the right opportunity to go for her shots. And much more within herself.
She served well today. Really well. First serve percentages for Serena at 76%, or is that 79% for this set?
9 aces, winning a good percentage of second serves, almost 60.
Getting points. Those Southern California girls, although Serena calls Palm Beach Gardens in Florida home now, spending more time here with her acting ambitions. Davenport from Laguna Beach. Game point Williams.
Oh, my goodness. That rally started off with a return that was the old Davenport blast right up the center of the court. But this net court is awfully tough. Davenport knows she needs to hit the winner, and she paints the line.
Game point.
Of course, in order to make that shot good, she really needs to get back to deuce and threaten to break. Another deep return that got Serena on her heels. I mean, this is a clear tactical play late in this game, such a crucial game, the 10th game of the second set. Davenport has just totally dominated the rallies the last couple on Serena's serve.
Overplays the forehand, but again, attack the serve. Sometimes it's good to hit hard up the middle, center of the court, take away the angles from Serena. She's so good on the run. That's another game point, though.
If hands and butts were candy and nuts, if Capriati comes back next year and you have Capriati, Davenport, and Kleisters, if they're able to get their act together, the Russians, the Belgians, the Williamses, how great would it be, the Aussie Open?
You know, it wouldn't be a tour championship without that little statement from you, Cliffy. Candy and nuts, if and or buts. Says it all.
Game point, Williams. Williams holds. Do you think we're going to see the Belgians? Let's start with them back next year.
I think it's questionable. Kim Clijsters had wrist surgery, re-injured the wrist after coming back this fall in a tournament in Belgium.
Big changes in her personal life, breaking up with Leighton Hewitt, her fiancé. They were due to get married in early February. Anna Arden basically out since April with a mystery illness. Strange.
What's wrong with Anna Arden? I think maybe now it's chronic fatigue syndrome.
Which after her year in 2003, a lot of people would have chronic fatigue.
Capriati. Can she be a factor next year?
If she can get in shape.
Up to her, absolutely.
Fight off those injuries she had this year.
And injuries often come more when you're not in shape. I certainly found that out.
30 love, second serve. Venus?
Same thing. And if we can get all these top players and personalities healthy at the same time, we're going to get much better.
Really been a high-quality match. Both players with many more winners than unforced errors. Played indoors. You don't have to worry about the sun and the wind. They know each other's games well. Each player's third match of the week.
They go for a lot, and they're executing it today.
Nice to be serving first, isn't it? So for Lindsay now, if she wins one of these next two, she'll have 6-5. And she's got a chance to break serve in the next on Williams, and then a tie break. If she doesn't break. Couple in a row for Williams, and it's deuce. Venus and Serena raised the bar a lot higher. But the rest of the field has caught up with them. Great point by both.
Yeah, we've seen some terrific ones the last couple of games. Davenport again using that left hand to flick the two-handed backhand extreme cross-court. We've been talking about that during the week. And again, the face of an athlete in full effort.
That's long. Deuce. Terrific two-handed return. Watch Serena attack the second serve. Going for the winner, but hitting it wide. This is the 4th game point for Lindsay.
Nothing like a game we saw her serve the other night against Davenport. 42 points, 27 minutes.
That was wild. It was 6:04:1 when that game came.
Finally, Davenport with a win, so she has the 6-5 lead in the second set. First set to Serena, a lot at stake for Lindsay. We're on serve in the second set, no breaks. First set, 6-3 to Williams. So this is Serena serving to try to get into a tiebreak in the set. Davenport trying to level this match.
Good start. Not sure she meant such an extreme return, but it certainly worked.
She'll take it.
Absolutely.
It seemed at the beginning of the week that Davenport would for sure be in the semis, which would have made it more difficult for Maresmo to reach number 1, but Davenport doesn't make the semis. Maresmo just has to get to the final.
Well, you know, it's interesting because Maresmo got to the finals last year, so those points are falling off. Davenport didn't play last year, and there's a 300 and some odd. I still don't get the whole thing, to be honest. Why Davenport doesn't have even more of an edge. But I can't say I've been sitting down with my pencil and pad.
Last year's points, I don't want to get too technical, but they fall away.
So it doesn't matter.
Right. So last year's points they're gone. After this tournament, it's only this tournament
becomes
that
the
counts.
race. It becomes like the finally
Exactly.
the year is
Exactly.
the complete race. That's okay. That makes sense.
30-all. That's long, and this is a set point now for Davenport to level the match. Remember, if Davenport A wins the set, B wins the match, it enhances her chances of getting to the Final Four here. Because Meskina has won 3 sets, Lindsay has only won 2, so this set is huge.
Meskina took a set off Serena in her loss, so it definitely would improve Lindsay's hopes.
That is disheartening if you're Lindsay Davenport. Earlier in this game, she was caught with an ace or the service winner down the tee. This time it's the one out wide.
She's having to guess a little bit which way Serena's going with the first serve.
And she's such a great returner. She wants a chance to return.
Is wide. Just about every time she's had a break point, Serena has gone out wide to the backhand side. 4 chances for Lindsay in all. Double fault. Another chance for the set for Lindsay.
You're saying, Cliff, she should cover the wide one on this one.
Yes.
Make Serena go up the tee, which she can do very well. But she misses.
Serena nets the forehand, and this match is dead. Solid even at a set apiece, and Davenport's winning that set helps her chances a lot here in LA. Championship of women's tennis, and welcome back everybody. Maresmo and Kuznetsova are involved in this championship. Serena Williams, meanwhile, she is through because of the number of sets won. Lindsay Davenport has now just won a set. That gives her 3. She's won 3, lost 3. The win-loss record is 1-1, but it is now between Davenport and Meskina. Look at the set scores for Meskina, 3-2. Davenport 3-3. So it all depends, A, on what happens in this set, and as importantly, how Meskina does against Dementia.
So can I ask you a question, Cliff?
Yes.
If Davenport loses this set,
Yes.
does Meskina have to win at least one set against Dementia?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Then Meskina would qualify for the semis if she were to win one set. Right.
Correct.
But if Meskina loses in 2 sets, then it would depend on the game percentage between Meskina and Davenport.
I just got
Basically, Davenport wants to win the set.
Big time headache.
And it's tougher on Meskina, because she probably will know what's necessary of her to qualify. Davenport has no clue.
Davenport has got a better chance of Meskina because Meskina went... No, excuse me. Correct that. I was going to say she went down badly, but she didn't.
No, she's played well.
That's right.
Almost beat Serena. And beat Davenport last night.
First game, third set.
I don't remember it being this confusing last year.
Well, in one of the groups it was, because 3 players had 1 win and 2 losses.
Is this part of this motherhood thing, though? When things are just more complicated?
That's for sure.
Look at those aces, 12.
Game point, Davenport.
Well, we know Davenport from the beginning of the match. She's kind of battled her emotions a bit. She's done it quite well when you think about what she's come through to win that second set, given all the situations in her round-robin group. But let's face it, if you can't battle for year-end number 1, you got a problem.
First game, third set to Lindsay Davenport.
Calling mom, just like Wimbledon. His wife, Maria's mom.
That's Yuri, that's Maria Sharapova's dad. Sharapova and Mauresmo tonight. Mauresmo so far has looked very strong. 12:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Wimbledon champ against Mauresmo still could be number 1 in the world.
Sharapova's looked pretty good too. Not quite as dominant as Mauresmo. Four double faults go along with the 13 aces.
Mauresmo and Sharapova both through to the semis regardless of who wins that match, by the way, but they're playing for the first or second position in their group, which then determines who they play against in the red group.
Mauresmo a tidy 24-6. That would be a Cy Young year.
Chance for Lindsay to break.
Those balls have been a little bit controversial. Some of the players feel they're a little too heavy. Which can cause arm problems, especially as hard as the ball is hit these days.
focus serve to Lindsay Davenport. Her first chance of the third set. Really, the quality of tennis in this match particularly has been high, but it's been high from the start of the championship. And my feeling is that the heavy balls really help the players control the ball. The light ball flies on you.
Well, we just saw the first signs, a little tension for Serena, the dropping serve. She's looked very positive up until right now. But I agree, the harder you hit the ball, you want to have your ball so it doesn't fly on you.
It's just the arm has to shock absorb more of a pounding.
Frustration for Serena, who's so close in that second set. There's been really nothing between these two in today's match.
It's Davenport now that's looking more calm, cool, and collected.
You're walking with a much more confident gait, isn't she?
She's back to the gait that's gotten her to this #1 chase.
And Serena is now doubting some of her shots.
She needs to press that reboot button. Not the reboot like the U.S. Open boots.
Lindsay Davenport with the lead here in the third set. One break, but 3 games to love. Serena to serve. With Serena Williams serving. Serena won the first set and no breaks to serve in the second, but came close to breaking Davenport at least in one game. Now she's in the struggle. Having said that, in this round-robin competition, Serena, when she won the first set, qualified for the semifinals tomorrow. Live coverage on ESPN tomorrow afternoon.
Well, if Serena knew that, I wonder if that could be a reason for just an inch of a letdown.
But she really didn't have a letdown in that second set. I mean, it was toe-to-toe to the end. Maybe now.
I think if Serena's really thinking ahead, she's thinking, I'm not sure that I want to see Lindsay in the semifinal or the final. So I'm going to try to take her out.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's winning the straights.
Lindsay, the world's #1 right now.
And wins Place.
On the board in the third set, 3-1, Davenport.
New ball's going to be coming out. See if that gives Lindsay a bit of an edge to hit an ace, maybe a service winner. All these games obviously crucial, especially for Davenport.
The balls will go through the air a little bit quicker now, the new balls.
It's easy to hit the first one with new balls a little long, isn't it? 'Cause it is that much quicker.
Good hands by Davenport, but Serena hit a huge return. Davenport really having to absorb the power. She did it with her wrists.
And 2 points ago, Mary Jo, you said she absorbed the power. Was that, she missed that shot?
Yep, it was called wide.
Wow. You said she absorbed the power with her wrists, and I think that's exactly right, and that's why we see a lot of wrist injuries.
I
don't know.
So close. Didn't have to make it that close. She had the whole cross court open, Lindsay.
15 all. There's a line clipper. Lindsay says, don't you dare call that one out.
She likes going for the lines when you're confident you can do this. And by winning that second set, it definitely raised the level of her confidence.
4-15.
It's always been her favorite serve on that ad side. Always remember that serve she hit match point up Wimbledon finals against Groff in '99. Sliced it beautifully to win it.
It's great serving.
Davenport holds and she maintains the lead 4-1. Looks like a big lead. It's just one service break going the third. Serena to serve. For trailing 1-4. This is a must-win for Serena. Not for her to get to the semis, because in this round-robin competition, when she won the first set, she qualified.
She definitely has to win this game because Davenport has picked up her serving. Serving 80% first serves, and winning 83% of them and 67 on her second.
Good look at that pass.
Yeah, I had the time to adjust, but sometimes you get a little flustered. You're more ready for the shot before the net court, even though that shot was going to be harder. Also, so many times today, players don't like to have to create their own pace. That was a no pacer thanks to the net court.
I think she had more options.
So you're thinking down the line, cross court.
What do I do?
Second serve. Now break chances here for Davenport. Second year of her marriage to John Leach, who is the brother of multiple Grand Slam doubles winner Ricky Leach. Break point. Serena saved one with this.
Look how early she gets that racket back. As long as you're clear where you want to go, it makes for a perfect preparation.
Lindsay Davenport leads 5-1 in the third set. Davenport enduring the pain of Morton's neuroma, which is an irregularly growing nerve that attacks the feet, where she had surgery a couple of years ago on that and said, I wish I'd done this a long time ago.
Morton's neuroma? Sounds like a steakhouse.
And now she's the #1 player in the world. Trying to stay there.
That's what comes out of the championships last year.
Yeah. Put off the surgery for a while, tried to get away with playing the end of the year, and I think realized that just eventually she'd He's going to have it done.
Davenport won this event in '99.
Of course, Serena was out last year, was recovering from the knee surgery.
Oh.
From out wide, that forehand can be lethal.
And usually she likes to go back cross court, but she's way outside the doubles alley and she just pulls the trigger.
Try to steer that one instead of hit it. You don't often see that from Lindsay, except she's a couple of points away from another win over Serena Williams. Haven't been that many of them in 12 tries. She's only beaten Serena 3 times so far, including the last time they played. $15-30.
Now, is that a little nervous mistake there?
Yes.
I'm blaming it on the sweat.
The last 2.
Two-break advantage. You know, to me, if you're having trouble, go get a towel. I mean, it's crucial time. I mean, I'm sorry, don't compromise your grip.
Davenport started off this match rushing a little bit between serves. Now, different story, taking your time, knows how important each and every point is now. Does not want to let Serena back in this match in this third set.
To the extent that you are tight, when you get a freebie like that one, you breathe a huge sigh of relief. Deuce. 5-1, serving for the match. Match point. Good stuff. That was really good tennis. A good comeback there by Lindsay. And if you look at the winners versus unforced errors, it tells you you've got some high-quality time.
They both had more winners than unforced errors. I'll give a lot of credit to Davenport. Easy to come back after he's had a tough loss. And after losing the first set, it guaranteed Serena a place in the semifinal. And Davenport kept fighting, hung in there, won that second set, and losing the third.
And now it's the waiting game for Davenport, because now she's done what she has to do. The only thing she does to win in set. Red Nikita can flip